everyone. We are students from the Bachelor in English Language Teaching from the 8th semester. We are Córdoba Navarro Gabriela, Coronado Barceló Jennifer, myself Lucero Limón Jimena, and Rivera Hernandez Maria Yolanda. And we are going to present to you our ESP course for the Bachelor in Zootechnical Veterinary Medicine, specifically the materials designed for this course. Well, what's the project about? The project is a proposal of lessons and materials for a group of ESP students. But what ESP students? Well, the students from the Bachelor in Science in Zootechnical Veterinary Medicine from the University of Sonora. And why these students? Well, because one member of the team has close contact with a student from this program who has verbally expressed the need of English courses in his bachelor program. Therefore, we decided to design this course to draw attention to this need. But before designing the course, we undertaken needs analysis, and the results from this needs analysis are that students from this bachelor program need to improve in both reading and writing for academic purposes, and in both of them, a vocabulary development in their area of study. Thus, they would benefit from an English for academic purposes course, and as part of all the curriculum design project for this course, we are going to design lessons and material that we want to share with you. Description of materials. First, our team member, Jennifer, is going to begin.
Hi, everyone. So I'm going to talk about the material number 1, which is general objective is for students to distinguish the meaning of certain words based on the context that surrounds them. This is a reading strategy that they will later be able to use. So here's a cover page. Here are some activities from this lesson. We have, as part of ESP courses, it is very important to teach these strategies explicitly. That's why you could see in the second page, the explicit information about how to distinguish the meaning, which, if you remember, it's our main objective. We give them some strategies that later on in other activities will be used. For example, in the third activity, they will be using any of the strategies that was taught to complete this activity. As another part of ESP courses is the use of authentic material, which is presented here, in this case, in the fourth activity as a close-up activity.
Next, we have a second material, which is also the case that it has a general objective focusing on a reading skill. Here is to identify the main idea and supporting details in an academic text, to recognize vocabulary, and to demonstrate their understanding of a text. This is the cover page of the material. And as my partner was mentioning, we have activities to warm up the students and give them information so they can accomplish all the lesson. In here, we're giving them vocabulary because, as we mentioned previously from the needs analysis, students really need vocabulary in their area of study. Next, we have the presentation of the actual reading skill explicitly taught for students. And this is very important to provide your students in ESP, to provide them with material that they can use autonomy after class for them to review when they have the time. So this is material that they can have for the rest of their lives. Next, we have the presentation of authentic texts, which is very important. The authentic material in ESP is really important because we want to train our students to use the language in their actual needs, in their context where they need it. And as to finalize, we have an activity to close up everything and integration of all the skills that we are learning. And also another ESP characteristic that this material and all the materials have is the disciplinary content. Everything is focused on their field in veterinary medicine.
Okay, and now for the material number 3, we have the general objective, which is for students to identify new vocabulary related to their field of study. And here we can see that they will work with, as I mentioned, vocabulary, And here, this promotes the autonomy in learning, because here first they will identify the words and get in in contact with the vocabulary they will study. Then they have to identify the concepts. Here they have the definition, and they will write in this crossword like the name of the concept. And at the end, they will put the words in context. Here, now they know the words, they know their meaning, and they will complete this short story with the vocabulary that they have been like studying the previous material.
And with the last material, this is a compilation of different materials that we saw before. And with this, the students will be formulate their original argumentative essay. But before the students can make their own argumentative essay, we need to teach them or introduce them what is an argumentative essay, the parts of the argumentative essay, how to identify them and recognize them. And with that, we need to introduce them in what is an in-text citations. And this is going to help them to support their thesis statements, because we know sometimes it can be difficult to use them. And finally, they're going to know that what is a transition signals, how to use them, the importance of use them, and we are going to show them different types of transition words they can use and some examples.
Yes, and once they see all of these strategies and techniques they can use and important things, it's time to integrate these skills to create their own argumentative essay, as we were mentioning before. But before that, they have to do a series of activities that will take them to that. Once they integrate completely all of the skills, they will be able to achieve their objective, which in the beginning was to create their own original argumentative essay. And that is it from our part. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, feel free to send an email to any of us.